Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Louise.
We live aboard Narrowboat Changing Pace. This video's about Birmingham.
Yep. So we've lost about a week and a half of footage.
Yes. Which
It's upsetting.
yeah, it's upsetting, and it's sort of like documents the journey from the Stafford and Worcester Canal up through into Birmingham. But we have salvaged some footage, and this is what you'll be seeing shortly.
You will see the 6 locks that we do on the Oldbury branch.
Yeah, from the engine room down to the old main line.
And how Dave and I work that is Dave presets the lock. We work 3 locks together. I single hand, and then he comes back and closes the gates behind me as I'm entering the lock in front.
So it just saves time, and it's easy to know when there's no other boats about. The engine house, pump house, whatever you want to call it, is a grade 2 listed building.
And what it does, it pumps the water. I mean, it does what it says on the tin, right?
Yeah, the old main line level, it takes water from there that's lost from the flight back up.
It's the headquarters for the Birmingham and Canal Navigation Society. They're one of the oldest canal societies on the system. The video is time-lapse.
I wish I could move that fast.
Racing down the flight. Halfway down the lock flight is
the crow arm,
which obviously used to be access to a business back in the day. And the owner was Paul James Crow. His works were next to the flight.
Yes.
Amongst boaters, it's called the crow arm.
I would imagine that's local knowledge, isn't it?
We didn't know that. We just went by the map. We called it the Oldbury flight. We didn't struggle with the lock flight this time. We went straight down. I think it was okay.
You can see the still industry on the left hand side.
And also it's worth noting it's only 1 lock gate going down.
So as we get to the bottom of the lock flight, you can see a motorway above the canal. This is the start of where the canal goes under Spaghetti Junction.
I don't think the canal goes under Spaghetti Junction. I think Spaghetti Junction was built over the canal, and that was due to cost savings, really, to the ease, because that land was already cleared. That land already had transportation access in both working boats and freight, as in train. And so what they did do when they were planning it to get it through is they built it on stilts to enable the horses to continuously pull the boats. Obviously that was back in the day. Mainly you'll find leisure boaters under there.
Construction started Spaghetti Junction in 1968, 5 years after I was born.
And it took 4 years to complete. It's also known as
It was the Gravelly Hill Interchange.
And it opened on the 24th of May 1972.
Which is quite an impressive feat of civil engineering. Over 600 pillars, and it carries 4 or 5 major roads.
Can you list them?
M5,
M6 of course.
Oh, M6, the A38A, the A38, and the A5127.
You had that written on the back of your hand, right?
Yeah.
Beneath there is
the Thames Valley Canal,
the Birmingham and Paisley,
Grand Union, and the Chase City Railway. The bit that you see on our video as we come out of Oldbury Junction is actually the old main line.
A couple of interesting facts about the Spaghetti Junction is they had to relocate a lot of fish.
A lot of fish, yeah. A pond that was under the construction site, they had to relocate all the fish, over 1 million fish, from there into the local canals.
right up until it opened, I think the motorists were ready to roar around that baby.
Yeah, I think there were big queues waiting on the morning it happened, opened, to test the new junction. I think it has alleviated a hell of a lot of congestion around.
It has caused a lot of confusion.
It still does. You have to have your wits about you when you're driving.
You have to know where you're going.
Yes. And
know which lane you're in, because at times you're running down a motorway of 6 lanes.
Yeah, it's...
My advice is stick in the middle.
Yeah, you have to have your wits about you.
I thought a fun fact of when it opened up, they used to charge 65p for the sightseeing tour bus. Whether you love it or hate it, it is a
fantastic piece of civil engineering.
It's a local landmark. You can't get away from that. It's there.
And it's still the biggest junction in the UK.
It is.
But the big news back in 1972 was the official opening of Britain's latest motorway intersection, the Gravelly Hill Interchange.
Yes, it is better known, of course, as Spaghetti Junction. It remains the most complex junction in the UK and has become something of a bit of a landmark.
And on 24th of May 1972, they really couldn't wait until this place opened. It's still confusing motorists. It's enough to get your head in a spin. Britain's most iconic motorway junction and its most complex. But you need a bird's eye view to see how it earned its nickname. In 1972, they'd never seen anything like it.
And good news too for all you motorists. The last 7-mile stretch of the Midland Links motorway will be officially opened at 10:30 this morning. And already reports are coming in of a build-up of traffic around Gate Bar and Salford. It appears that many drivers just can't wait to try out that multi-level interchange at Gravelly Hill. I declare this motorway open!
There were real fears that drivers would get lost in its twists and turns. And it's still the same today. Years later, it's so much busier. Patrols try to keep the traffic moving, but more than 200,000 cars and lorries come through here every 24 hours. Because of the wear and tear and corrosion, it needs almost constant attention. There are hidden depths beneath the concrete, a place to reflect. It's inspired poets and artists, and it's taken decades to learn to love it.
We're still travelling quite parallel to the M6, right up until the junction, or Spon Lane junction, where I do an amazing handbrake turn. What I do is I drop the anchor in, I donut it round right quick and hit the side.
So as Louise is doing an amazing handbrake, anchor assisted,
it would have gone really well had the lock not been
an acute angle,
a U-turn from me, behind me.
So by this point I jumped off the boat to set
He
the
didn't.
lock.
He clambered off in an old manner.
Yes, I did. And set the lock, which is the first lock on the Spon Lane branch, which has
Top
three.
lock.
Yeah, top lock. It's 3 locks, but these locks are a lot more spread out than the Oldbury branch that we'd just done.
And they had very much a wide, long, not so deep, but full of rubbish pounds.
Yeah, there were a lot of rubbish.
Weeds as well.
Yeah, quite weedy. So it were quite a walk from one lock to another, but I still beat Louise.
You must be so proud.
Yeah. commenced. That way.
So if we was to go, we normally go down that way and go towards Birmingham. If we go that way, where will we be heading?
That brings you more or less up to where that is, but at an higher level, if you know what I mean.
I haven't done that route because we're trying to explore some new.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Is it the surface? Is it all grass, or is it? Does it kind of like?
Yeah, it's all grass like this, and it's
No,
quite overgrown up here.
No, because we come through grass on one side, and it's a bit tricky for the bike. It doesn't always.
Yeah.
The other one seems a bit better. So that way, it's all grass all the way, is it?
All grass, all the way up to where it meets M5.
Ah. Okay.
And after that, I don't know. I don't know where it goes.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
if you're biking
Where are you
it,
heading yourself?
Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Have you come from far or?
Sheffield.
You've come all the way from Sheffield?
Yeah.
Wow. So, I take it you've come through the route of the canals all the way.
Yeah, we come round with a train on top of Birmingham, all the way down to Stourport, and then come up south of Birmingham, and we just walk this way down the outskirts.
What an adventure.
Well,
You must be loving it when the weather's a bit better. So that's
it's great. It's alright, as long as it's not wet. If it rains, we don't go anywhere.
But then again, I'm sure the weather's not really an issue as long as you've got this working and it's all good.
Are you local then?
Yeah, west from here, another I'd say about 3 miles west from.
Alright.
Not far from the football ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I normally come out with my son I try and come out a few days throughout the week, 2, 3, 4 days. So I've never been down this track, so I thought I'd ask you and see what it's like. If it's worth going the extra.
It's walkable, but I won't like to do it on a bike.
No,
Quite
I've decided
overgrown. Next 2 sections quite overgrown. I had to go down to walk and that.
That's probably not going to be ideal.
I won't like to do it on bike.
Thank you very much, anyway. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Your journey.
Thank you.
There's a lot more on that side when you go towards Bridge North and Stafford.
Yeah.
That you'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Bridge North and Stafford, you've got some good scenery. You've got places where you can park in the canal boat and then go and have a little gander about.
Yeah. It's what it's all about, innit? See you later.
What was that man saying?
We were saying what towpath you like up here where it ends. It says there, bike up this way to Birmingham. It says what it says I've never been up here before. It says what towpath you like as well. It's all grass and it's all grown as well.
So as we come out of Spon Lane bottom lock,
we join the new main line.
and we go under very old ornate bridge.
How old is that bridge?
1820. 1820, I think.
That doesn't say 1820.
That corner there. Hornsley Ironworks, 1829.
It's 1829. Not bad for a 200-year-old bridge.
No. Right on here. So we're back out onto New Line. So we're turning right onto the New Line. Hence the two toots. Hence the two toots. But we're turning right.
Oh yes, there's a tree there, and then I think there's an island as well. So
Yeah.
if the tree's in front of the island, I might go down the wrong end of the island, which apparently used to be Tilbury's. So I road. I did too. Jesus, which one do you want to go down?
Down the right.
I don't think anybody's going down the right. Here. Everybody's going down the left. Because of the overgrown right. Pardon?
It was Bob Burns' scolded on it.
Well, scratched anyway.
See which way they go.
They're going to go left because this is completely overgrown. I do. This has got no chance of having anything locked in it.
Yeah.
Look at my paintwork there. Get it off my paintwork. Oh.
Lost anything.
Are we going out or not?
Yes.
I'm scratching down the side. Are we going out?
Yes. They've come down. There we go.
It felt like there was something in the propeller, so I put the boat into a quick reverse in hopes of unwinding what potentially had been wound. It's just a quick solution.
I did too.
Yes, it. I think they slowed down. Say hello, Liz.
Now we're on the new line. We're off going.
We're heading to Pudding Green Junction.
To the right.
Yeah.
Sorry. The reason why the old main line
Oh dear, sorry. Fit of giggles there. For no particular reason.
the reason why
What? I'm just...
you could look at me while I'm talking, that would be polite. I'm not saying it. Oh no, I've got chocolate on my dress.
The reason why.
No. Now look at my chocolate on my dress.
It's not chocolate.
What is it then?
Looks like chewing gum to me.
Not chewing gum. The reason why the old main line is, stop staring at me, is so wide is because they put the toll islands. So it's a two-way traffic, and obviously as the boat goes past, what they do is they measure from the water surface to see how high, to see how low the boat's sitting in the water, to toll it accordingly.
Didn't know that.
You did, I've told you before.
Okay. I may not have retained that information, sorry.
Or you weren't listening.
I probably were listening.
Anyway, as we go past the toll bridge or the toll island, we are squeezed into vegetation.
Yeah, it's a bit overgrown.
It's, yeah. At the time we went through, it was not kept very well, and in fact I start yelling about my paintwork pretty quickly. If it wasn't bad enough, prior to hitting the new line, which we actually horned as there was a boat coming to our left.
Yeah, you were on the new line, weren't you?
So we travel on the new line, which I keep calling the old line, because there is two lines in Birmingham. They travel parallel, one being the old line, one being the new line. Why did they make a new line?
The old line was built to Brindley's contour method, which meant that it took a longer course. It wound 22 miles around the hills, the slight hills. The new line was built later
in line with the congestion that was
and it
on the canals.
It was a straighter, it knocked 7 miles off the distance, but you did encounter logs on that.
Oh, on the new line?
Yes.
But there was none on the old line?
Yes.
Oh, I look really lonely all on my own. However, centre stage all by myself. All by myself. No, don't worry, I'm not going to sing anymore. Dave's at work and it leaves me to close on my own. Just really want to say to you, thank you very much for watching. Recently, we've had an influx of subscribers, so if you are new, thank you very much for coming aboard. If you are an old hat at listening to us warble on, thank you very much for sticking with us. We value your comments. It does mean we are just getting that little bit of something back from you. And it's nice to know who's out there watching us. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. A little bit about the Oldbury flight, a little bit about Birmingham Spaghetti Junction, and a little bit about Spon Lane. We do head into, I think it's the new line coming off the old line. I got really confused with the old line and the new line. I really enjoyed the history about it. I enjoyed being under the Spaghetti Junction. It's quite a surreal experience because it's so noisy above your head. Everybody's going, you know, 60, 70 miles an hour and you're just pootling along. It's quite a surreal experience. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Have appreciated having you on board. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. We really look forward to hearing from you, so any comments would be greatly received. And do ring the little bell, just due to YouTube notifying you each and every time we release a video. I've been really good at the beginning of this year. I've managed to release a video every week. However, New Year's resolutions are not my thing, and just due to the infrequency, ring that bell. I hope the beginning of your new year has started fantastically, and if not, remember, if you're at the bottom, you can only go up. For us, we've had 2 cancellations this year. A wedding's now being called off, which is a shame, but it is what's best for the couple. They are staying together. And expenditures, I think we'll be looking at getting new batteries again real soon. Look after yourself. Bye. Take care.